Well, our first major snowstorm of the season has come and gone, and this was a scene that most of you may have seen this morning.
Bracing for even more of the cold stuff.
Yeah, this is our new reality for sure. We're settling into a bitterly cold temperature pattern. Our attention now turns to the wind. Of course, we're not going to see anything to the degree of Monday, but 20 to 30 mile per hour winds are going to be pretty common for today. Tom and Robin, it certainly isn't the first winter storm we've seen so far this season, but it could end up being one of the most impactful. If you do have to travel heading on into tonight, definitely take it slow, use your headlights, and keep a safe follow distance.
How much more of the white stuff are we going to get this weekend?
Yeah, all eyes are on the winter storm that's coming tomorrow. Of course, today you could call the calm before the storm because we actually saw some pretty quiet weather today. All told, over the course of this next 24 hours or so, I think we'll end up picking up about a ½ an inch to an inch of rainfall across the area.
Do you know I like the heat, but that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, those 70s make it a lot easier to enjoy being outside.
It's a lot more bearable, yes.
Yes.
The winter storm that everybody's been talking about for the last few days has finally arrived. We started seeing snow here in the Rochester area around lunchtime, and light snow has continued through the afternoon and on into this evening. This is the last 6 hours on satellite and radar. It was light pretty much the whole time, and it continues to stay light as we take a look at maybe a current picture on precision radar. You can see snow still falling here in Rochester. We've received about 2 inches so far here in northwest Rochester, maybe a few breaks in northeast Iowa. You can see maybe Mason City seeing a bit of a break from the snow right now, but that snow is going to be pretty consistent heading on into tonight. It actually is lowering visibility, so if you have to travel tonight, in addition to those snow-covered roads, it could be hard to see as well right now. About 1.5 miles visibility here in Rochester and most locations across southeast Minnesota and northeast Iowa, seeing that reduced visibility. The good news is not having to deal with any blowing snow today, so that's not blowing any additional snow up onto the roadways. About 5 to 15 mile per hour winds right now out of the east. I think they'll be at about 5 to 10 miles per hour over the course of tonight. Of course, temperatures definitely cold enough to support snow. Not seeing any rain or any wintry mixing in for tonight. Right now we're at 11 in Rochester, 16 in Winona, same thing in Decorah, and it's 17 down in Mason City. Of course, our situation was upgraded, at least in northeast Iowa, for today from the National Weather Service. Winter storm warning for all of our northeast Iowa counties, and then winter weather advisory is still in effect for those counties in southeast Minnesota. That's going to end about 6 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. As far as the snowfall forecast, I had to up it from what we were saying last night. About 4 to 6 inches what I was saying last night. We did up that to 6 to 9 inches. Now, what I will say about the forecast is there is a better shot of realizing the higher end of that range, that 9 inches in northeast Iowa, and that is kind of what matches up with what the National Weather Service was saying by introducing a winter storm warning in that area. I think we'll probably be closer to the lower end of that range in southeast Minnesota. So our #1 headline tonight, of course, is going to be the snow that is likely for the rest of tonight. Eventually, that is going to end by the time we get to the mid-afternoon on Sunday. Of course, those advisories and warnings will end at 6 p.m. tomorrow. We'll see some sunshine on Monday during the day. Eventually, I could see a few snow showers moving in late, but that will be very light, if any, if we see any kind of accumulations. Of course, the leading edge of this system well to the southeast now. We're right in the thick of it right now here in southeast Minnesota and northeast Iowa. Snow stretching back into the Dakotas, maybe even further back into Montana out that way. You can see the center of low pressure actually down to the southwest, still a ways away from us, but it's actually going to pick up some steam, and we'll see it closer to our area by the time we get into tonight. The heaviest snow we're going to see over the course of the next 24 hours is going to be falling overnight tonight, and then light snow continues on into the day on Sunday. You can see by the time we get into the mid to late afternoon, we'll start to see that snow tapering off. Good news for us there. Heading on into Monday, actually could see those clouds clear out some and a little bit of sunshine. Going with a partly sunny sky for the forecast for Monday, and temperatures getting into the mid-teens, and then you can see snow starting to move in for the late part of Monday. This model may be a little bit more bullish on how much we're going to see. It's going to be a slight chance of any snow showers, and probably not going to pick up really any significant accumulations for Monday. So 20 for a low tonight. That's going to be what the temperature is at midnight. We're actually going to see temperatures rising into the low 20s by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. Snow is likely, and of course the heaviest snow is actually going to fall in the overnight period for tonight. 28 for a high on Sunday. Snow likely, but that'll end by the mid-afternoon. Southwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly sunny during the day on Monday with a high of 16, and then a slight chance of some snow showers late in the day there. And then our colder pattern starts to take over. We'll see bright skies, but but very cold temperatures, highs in the single digits on the positive side of 0 during the day, and then on the negative side of 0 during the late nights and the early mornings. Next good chance of snow that'll come next Friday and Saturday.
And there's those negatives I've been waiting all 3 months long for.
And the thing is, it doesn't take much wind to feel much colder than that.
I know.
Too.
I kind of already experienced it, but it's going to be a lot worse. Oh, all right. Thank you, Justin.
You bet.